Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Mandy and I like to talk about makeup painting, nail polish, and of course, sometimes things happening in my real life. Today's video is no exception to that. It is actually one of the videos that I talk about things other than makeup painting and nail polish. Today I have my what I'm into for March 2025. What I've been watching, what I've been reading, and anything else that has caught my interest that I want to share with you. So if that's something you are interested in, then hit the subscribe button and stay tuned. Alright, it has been a month since the last time I did this. And some things have changed, some have not. So let's get into what I've been into for the last month. So starting with, as always, what I've been watching. So last month I was watching True Blood, and I had gotten through season 6. I had one more season left, and I figured I'd be done with it before the end of the month, and I was done with it rather quickly because the last 2 seasons only had 10 episodes each. But I thoroughly enjoyed the series, so I finished it, and I haven't actually started anything since then. That's not true. I take that back. I forgot to write this down. But I did start something new. The premiere of Disney Plus's Marvel's Daredevil Reborn? Something. The new reboot of the Daredevil series on Disney Plus. I've watched the first 2 episodes. I have not caught up with the last 2. I'm a little bit behind. But that premiered, and I am a big Daredevil fan, so I'm going to be watching that. I just don't want to, watch it all at once. I want it to last a little while, and I don't know how many episodes there are going to be. But I've watched the first 2. I'm a little confused as to what's going on in the timeline. But, it's kind of like a first, reboot of the series. So, yeah, I'm enjoying it somewhat. There's some things I'm a little annoyed at, and some things I'm fine with. Let's just put it at that. I have read Daredevil comics, so kind of a little bit of a purist there, but not terribly so. So we'll see how it goes. Other than that, I've been watching a lot of role-playing games on YouTube mainly that are some of them originally streamed on Twitch. And I want to share a couple with you. The first one is a new one that just started. It is from Project Ghostlight on YouTube. They have, I believe, 2 episodes out now. They are playing Vampire the Masquerade in sort of a theater-esque setting. And I'm enjoying it so far. It is really entertaining to me. I've watched the first episode, and the second one just came out yesterday, so I haven't had a chance to see it yet. But if you like, role-playing games or role-playing entertainment, that's one to check out. Especially if you enjoy the Vampire the Masquerade role-playing game, that is that. And then another one I just discovered is really old. This one was run 7 years ago. It is on the YouTube channel Saving Throw. I think it's Saving Throw or Saving Throw Show. I'm sure if you type in Saving Throw, you'll find it. And the series is called Wild Cards, and it is playing the tabletop game of Savage Worlds in the Deadlands setting, which is the Wild West weirdly. Take, Cthulhu and eldritch horrors and throw them in the Wild West and, that kind of thing. And I am enjoying that. I do enjoy sitting around for several hours watching people sitting around a table rolling dice and playing role-playing this encounter and this story. So if that's something you're interested in too, go ahead and try that. And I don't think I've ever mentioned, but I am a critter, and if you know what a critter is, then you'll know what I'm talking about. There is a channel called Critical Role on Twitch and YouTube, and they play Dungeons and Dragons, and they've been doing so for 10 years. They celebrated their 10-year anniversary this year, and I've watched all of their campaigns so far, and they just ended one last month, and I'm excited to see what they come up with this month. or this, next. So that's what I've been watching. That and YouTube, just some makeup videos, which I'm a little bit behind on. So if you haven't seen me comment, I'm sorry. I watch, but I don't always comment. And some gaming videos, mainly Vintage Story, which I myself am playing and streaming on Twitch and uploading to YouTube on my YouTube gaming channel called Dragon Feathers. I should have it linked down in the description, hopefully, if I remember. I think it is. So, yeah. That being said, what else have I been up to? I've been reading a lot of books. So last month I had started reading Dead Witch Walking by Kim Harrison, and I did finish this book and I enjoyed it. If you like detective, cop kind of dramas with a little supernatural witch, werewolf, vampire, fantasy, urban fantasy setting like that thrown in, this is right up your alley. This is part of a series. The series is called, I don't remember what it's called. Does it say in here? The Hollows. This is part of the Hollows series, so I'm looking forward to reading more adventures of Rachel Morgan, and her pals. And yeah, this was a good introductory novel to this world, and I really did enjoy it quite a bit. Following that, I did briefly start a book I picked up at a local used bookstore. This is called The Goddess Letters. It is the myth of Demeter and Persephone retold through letters they write to each other, themselves. Kind of like monologue stories, I guess. I don't know. I ended up not finishing this because I got several chapters in, and it is written in a very poetic way. A lot of I'm lacking words. A lot of analogies, symbolism, sexual innuendo. I just didn't care for the writing style, and I found it hard to really understand what was going on. So I did not finish this one, and I'm going to pass it on to somebody else. But I did get a library book, which I still have. I just finished it the other day. And this is one that has been on my library hold list. It hasn't been on hold, but it's been on, my library has a for later shelf, and you can, pick books that you want for later, but you don't want to put them on hold. So this one has been on my list probably since 2014. It's The Girl Who Disappeared Twice by Andrea Kane, and it is a true life, not real life, but real world mystery detective FBI thing. This follows a group called Forensic Instincts. They are crime-fighting detectives. There's a former FBI Naval SEAL. There's a computer whiz. There's a bloodhound. And they are investigating a girl who was kidnapped, and the mysteries that go along with it. I won't say much more about it because it is a good book. It had me questioning and thinking along the ways, going, what? Who? How? They're just little glimpses of insight to the kidnapper and to the kidnapped victim that make you go, what? So I really did enjoy this. This is part of a series as well. There are more books from based around Forensic Instincts, so I might pick those up and read them in the future. But if you like a realistic FBI mystery kind of book, this would be good for you as well. And then finally, after finishing that, I just started one on my bookshelf, and I was in the mood for a Western. I don't particularly like Westerns, but I figured I'm watching that Wild Cards show, and it is set in the Wild West, but it's a weird Wild West, and I remembered I had this one on my shelf, which seems to be a weird Wild West. This is from Stephen King. It is part of the Dark Tower series, and this is The Gunslinger, which is the first book in the series, so another series for me to read. I'm just a little bit into this one, and so far I'm liking it. I'm still trying to figure out, I think it's a post-apocalyptic future world, because they talk about things like electricity and trains and things that used to be around and now they're not, and then there's like mutations in animals and things, and the world is dying and it's the end times. But I'm still the beginning of this story and I don't know how it goes, but so far I'm intrigued and I'm curious about the Gunslinger and about the whole world in general. So if you've read this and you enjoyed it, let me know. So don't give me any spoilers. It does say it is now my major motion picture, which I'll have to check out eventually. But yeah, I'm looking forward to reading this and the rest of the series. Now, during my reading journal update, somebody did ask me to give bullet points about the books, and I told them to watch these videos. So if you are that person and you are watching this, there you go. And if anybody out there wants me to put links to these books that I can find on Amazon or whatever, let me know. Otherwise, you know, the titles, you can see them. I talk about them. You can look them up on your own. See if your library has them. Alright, and that is about it. As for food and drink this month, I didn't really have anything that stood out to me as particularly new or exciting or, you know, that I just can't get enough of. I'm still eating the Lay's all dressed potato chips. I just picked up 2 more bags because I want to make sure, because my Safeway doesn't carry them. But then I had to go to a QFC and they carried just the Lay's and not the Ruffles, and I want to make sure that I get them because I really enjoy them. And the only other thing, I guess, is this, what I'm drinking right now. This is from Evolution. It is their super fruit greens. It's sweet, it's green, it's yummy. What more can I say? And yeah, if you have any recommendations on potato chips or drinks or foods that you think are out of this world and you know, can't get enough of it, then let me know in the comments below. And if you have any reading recommendations, I'm pretty open to most genres, except maybe, like, you know, historical history things. But yeah, so if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to, subscribe to find out what I'm doing each month and what I'm watching and reading and all that jazz, then do that. And until my next video, take care of yourselves, stay true to you, and remember, I love you no matter who or what you are. And until my next video, I'll see you. Bye!